Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Mondays with Suzanne. And I would like to say right off the bat that we have made a decision that next week and forward from there, we are going to go to Tuesday mornings with Suzanne. Tuesdays with Suzanne. It works into my schedule a lot better, and it will allow me to be able to do this in synchrony with many other things in my world. So, as of next week, we're going to go to Tuesdays with Suzanne, and join us then. Okay, so my topic for today is the topic of having stressful times in your life when things are rolling out often at fast speed, things where you don't know the outcome, where there are a lot of unknowns, where honestly, where the human brain tends to generally go into the fight, flight, freeze mode of thinking in ways that are not necessarily creative, they're more survival oriented. And times of stress, times when schedules are jam packed, all kinds of things like that will often cause the brain to step into this. So be aware of this, be conscious of it, and also recognize that there's a way in which who we are as human beings, this is our natural default when things get stressful. So, as we are looking at today, one of the things that I look for when I find myself in that default mode of feeling stressed, feeling pressured, boom, 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 everything's moving along really, really quickly, what I do with that is I actually take a moment and I drop back in my own body and I listen to how quickly my thoughts are racing through my mind. I listen to the fact that maybe I can't feel my insides as much as I normally do, that I can't feel my backbone on the chair, that I can't feel my gut, that I may not be able to feel my feet on the floor as easily as I normally can. So, what I'd like to do with you today is to practice a grounding and filling that I do when I find myself in a time that's stressful, where there are lots of changes happening, where decisions are being made, and you want to be most present to make the wisest decision you can for the given moment, whatever it is, whatever's happening. Okay? So sit back if you would, get your feet on the floor, soles of your feet on the floor. Sitting, you could do this standing, but best done sitting, and notice how your sitting bones feel on the chair and how your backbone feels resting on whatever's supporting you right now. Okay? And then invite your curiosity on board. This process of cultivating the attribute of curiosity in times of stress can be a lifesaver. If you go into judgment, rapid judgment, rather than curiosity, you will often find yourself following a pattern that you've done before that wasn't productive and that wasn't helpful. If you can stay curious in the moment, then it helps you be able to expand your lens, to widen that lens on what's happening in the moment, and perhaps to be more creative and to do what you want to do that's for the highest good, as opposed to just reacting in a rote kind of way. Okay? So feet on the floor, tush in the chair, you're feeling your backbone supported, and allow yourself to sit back, rest back, close your eyes, sink and go inside. Maybe you take a breath where you inhale through your nose, just let it out through your mouth, and allow yourself to simply sink into this moment. And I notice as I do that for myself right now, and please, if you would, notice what's happening inside your own system. What are your thoughts? As you're inhaling and exhaling, what are you thinking about? And if there are thoughts that are racing, or thoughts that are stressful, or old patterned thoughts, thoughts that have to do with things that you've done over and over and over again, like an old stress sentence you say to yourself about not being good enough, or something's wrong, or oh my God, I've got to fix it and there's no way I can fix it, and that kind of thing. Allow yourself to recognize those thoughts, whatever they are. Gently, in your mind's eye, pick them up, set them aside, and say, I'll be back to listen to you in a few moments. But right now, what I want to do is to simply listen and drop inside so I can make contact with my own inner wisdom. So I can know what's really best for me and for the world around me right now. So sinking in even deeper. Noticing the sensation of your chest, the rise and fall of your ribs. What does your spine feel like? Leaning back against whatever is supporting you right now. And if you can't feel your spine, wiggle your back a little bit until you start to feel the sensation of your spine against whatever is there for you. Noticing what your sitting bones feel like. Yeah. How your legs feel. You might take another inhale and exhale. Just each time you exhale, letting go of what you no longer need. In this present moment, feeling the sensation of the soles of your feet on the floor, on the insides of your shoes, on the carpet, whatever you're in contact with. And then allowing your awareness, your intention and your attention to drop down into the earth beneath you, into this rich, nurturing energy field. Yeah. Good. And noticing what it feels like to make contact with something steady, solid. The earth doesn't expect anything of us, doesn't want us to be a particular way. It's just there. Gravitational field of who we are gives us a connection to this resource all the time. Gravitational field of the earth gives us this connection. And then our awareness in our bodies gives us the ability to bring it to consciousness. Yeah. Let your awareness stretch as far down into the earth and as widely as you feel comfortable doing right now. Yeah. I just noticed that I'm feeling my sitting bones on the chair suddenly, and I wasn't noticing them before. What are you noticing as you reach down, make this connection, let your thoughts be set aside, just feeling your body in this present moment. There you go. Good. And taking an easy, easy, deep breath, allow yourself to exhale anything you no longer need, any thoughts, aches, pains, sitting at the surface that you really don't need any longer. Yeah. Making space for what would nourish and nurture you most in this moment. And we're going to do our grounding and filling today, now having connected to an external resource that can nourish us. We're going to connect through our bones, because the bones hold sturdy, steady energy for us that's clear and clean. So taking a nice easy breath, allow yourself to begin to let the energy field of the earth fill the bones of your feet. Yeah. And Turning on your receiving buttons, let all the rest of your feet, once your bones fill, letting it spread into the connective tissue, all the way out to your skin. Good, good. Noticing what's the sensation of it. We're setting the intention, and then we're noticing what your feet soak up. And then traveling now into your ankles and your calves and your shins. Right on into your knees. On the next breath, letting this area of who you are fill. On the inhale, letting go of what you no longer need on the exhale. Good, good. Letting all the nooks and crannies of your knees fill. Yeah. And then rounding the curve, asking the bones of your thighs, your femurs, the longest, strongest bones in the body, what would nourish them most? And then as you inhale, allowing that flow from the earth beneath you to soak right into the bones of your thighs. And as the bones fill, allowing this soaking in to extend all the way out to your skin, through the muscles and ligaments, tendons, cardiovascular flow, the nerves, everything. Filling right out to the skin of your thighs, so that all of your legs now have opened and received, to the best of your ability right now, what would nourish you most in this present moment. And mostly your bones, feeling your bones as we go. We're going to round the curve now into your pelvis. And the pelvic bowl, the bones, the big hip bones, pubes, sacrum, the big V-shaped bone in back, form an incredibly solid housing for all of the organs in your pelvis, your reproductive system, your digestive tract. Bones of your pelvic bowl, letting them fill first, and then all of the organ systems, soaking what they need, soaking up what they need. Good, good. Allowing your spine now to fill from your sacrum, through the lumbar spine, those big vertebra, into your thoracic spine, all the way up behind your chest, attached to your ribs. Letting your spine fill all the way up into your neck, into your cranium. Letting everything fill. Next breath, allowing the bones of your spine, your ribs, all the way into your cranium to fill. Good, good. Yeah. Yeah. And then allowing your organs to follow. All of the organs in your midsection, into your heart and your lungs, your upper chest, your breasts. Taking an easy breath and allowing all of your torso, all the soft tissue, all the organ systems to be nourished and nurtured as well in this moment. One of the things that's important to remember is that in this flow of life that's moving through you, that oftentimes when you're under stress, that your gut will be clenched. You can let your gut unclench right now. Just give it permission to let go. Let your belly just, as you breathe in, let it just fill right out. Let your heart soften and uncurl, unfurl a little bit. Yeah. letting your shoulders fill with what would nourish them most. Yeah, all the way down your arms into your hands and fingers, just letting them stretch and open. Yeah, and letting your throat, your voice, your jaw, your mouth, your eyes, nose, ears, your whole cranium, all the brain, tissue within your cranial vault there, the fluids and membranes and brain cells, the neurons, glial cells. What you want to do in a moment like this, where you may have a lot of stress, is to give your brain permission to slow down and think creatively. Think creatively. Give it permission to slow down. There you go. Yeah. Fight or flight. In fight or flight, the brain fires 400 times faster than our creative circuitry. And yet, what we most need in our world right now is the ability to think creatively under stress. So take a moment now and let your brain relax. Just say to it, it's okay. In this present moment, I need you to slow down so I can actually see all sides of whatever's going on and think about it clearly. Good. And then letting this filling that's been going on through the bones of your body, through all the tissues of your body, from the earth beneath you, through your feet and your legs, your torso, your hands and arms, neck and head. Letting this river, this flow of nourishing sensation, let it move right on out the crown of your head. You can reach up and just lift up on your hair so that this flow completes. And you become, as the Cherokee say, we become the connector between Mother Earth and Father Sky by this flow that moves through us. Good, good. And when you're ready, you can let your eyes open. Yeah, and here we are. Here we are. Feeling a little slower, clearer, ready to move into whatever is in front of us. So have a wonderful day, have a wonderful week, and we will see you next week at 9 a.m. on Tuesday. See you then.